So, this is the start of the van fellwell tour. So, I have just finished work and I am on my way to Inverness. Dad, Vanda and Jamie have made their way up in Dad and Vanda's car up to Inverness from Torridon this morning, and we are doing the North Coast 500. So we're currently preparing to leave for Australia, so we just wanted one last trip with the Campervan. Dad and Vanda have been wanting to do the North Coast 500 in their car, so we're doing it together, which is very exciting. So we've got tonight, so Friday night, and then I'll be back in Aberdeen on Tuesday night with Jamie, so we've got 4 full days to do it, and looking forward to some castles, some beaches, some distilleries, and camping, and just seeing the beauty that Scotland has to offer. So yeah, I've got a 3-hour drive ahead of me now. I'll meet up with the rest of the crew and the fun will begin. Really looking forward to it. How was your day?
Yeah, long. Obviously drove from Torridon up to all the way to Inverness. Was that you?
You're going to need to explain. Oh!
Delilah calling Defo, go ahead.
Can you explain what's going on?
So these are walkie-talkies that Sarah's dad got. They have a 10-kilometre range, apparently. And I think your dad just tried to call us, but nothing's going on right now. We heard a little bleep. I'm trying to get back to them, but not hearing anything yet, so we might have to just faff around with them tomorrow.
No. This is far more fun.
Yeah, just sit around pressing the button.
Peak chaos mode.
Woo! He has a flat battery, so says Vanda. So, yeah, maybe we'll leave it on, and we might see what mischief happens. So we'll not leave it on overnight. We'll sleep it off. But yeah, we drove up from Torridon to Inverness today, which was long, but otherwise okay, uneventful. Then Bob and Vanda went to the Premier Inn. I went for a walk around Inverness, had a little explore, and then we had dinner, which was completely average. And now Sarah's here, and we're going to set up bed and have a nice long sleep.
Well, we're 12 hours later, and what a 12 hours it's been. Poor Jamie has a cold, so he was snoring quite a lot, which meant I didn't sleep very well, which meant I was tossing and turning, which meant he didn't sleep very well. And I finally got myself in a position where if I sat in the passenger seat, I was far enough away from him that I could just about nod off. So we sort of tried to rally ourselves this morning and made coffee, and then as Jamie sat down to have his coffee, he started deconstructing my passenger seat bed and chucked my pillow at me whilst I was holding my coffee, and it went everywhere. I was covered, the bed was covered, not to mention the fact that I forgot a sheet. So there was no sheet on the bed. So my one resurrection coffee that was supposed to wake me up ended up throwing me into a bit of a meltdown.
Did it wake you up then? Did the 3rd-degree burns not like...
Yeah, I'm a little bit tender on my chest now. But we seem to have brought ourselves back to some sort of sense of sanity, although I think our energy levels are a little depleted today. We're at the Torridon campsite in Inverness. The goal is to get to Wick today, which is about 2.5 hours away, so hopefully it should be a fairly chilled day.
It's raining.
It's raining. Jamie did make the mistake this morning of saying it's only uphill from here, and
said things can only get better.
things can only get better, and I would beg to differ.
Sarah's here to remind me that things can definitely get worse.
Yeah, like this is the sort of day where like the car breaks down or something to really test your character. But fingers crossed, we'll have a nice day and end up in Wick. And who knows what we're seeing on the way. Dad and Vanda have arranged the itinerary, and we're very much looking forward to joining for the ride.
Let's go.
So it begins.
As the inhabitants were stuck, they had to airlift in air canoes. Just gone over the Cromarty Firth, and while looking at what we can do between here and Dornoch, we noticed the Glenmorangie Distillery is en route. However, it also says it's closed on Saturday, but you know, we've got quite a short travel day today, so we might as well just pop in and have a look, see if there's a shop open, see what's going on. As you can see, the weather is very grim, so hopefully you'll next see us at the Glenmorangie Distillery.
What's the name of it?
Cairnley. Is that good? Cairnley?
Perfect.
I've been rolling my R's with my Spanish. A double skin, dry stone wall. I mean, all of these things date from about 2,300 to 1,900 years ago. Brilliant, well done.
So it's almost 4 o'clock and we have made our way from Inverness through the Cocoa Mountain, Chocolate Mountain, something like that in Dornoch, and then we went to Dunrobin Castle, which was, we saved ourselves £29 and just looked from the car park. And then we went to Cairnley, Carnley, I think, Carnley.
Yeah. Like an ancient house, basically.
Pictish house. And Vanda had a moment with the drone, as you've probably seen. And then we made our way to Wick, had a bit of a scout around for dinner. So we're off to the #1 bistro inside the Mackay Arms Hotel or something.
More importantly, after this morning's debacle with the bedding, is we've sourced a way to wash it. There brand new and nice. So we all chucked all our bedding in there to wash, so we don't have to sleep on coffee-soaked bedding. We also picked up a sheet, which we didn't have. So that's excellent. That's the most important thing about today.
So back on track. Dad and Vanda are having a rest. Our washing's on, and we are going to go and just have a look at a couple of sites in Wick. Yeah, the weather is a lot better than forecast, which always makes me happy. And yeah, it's just really, everywhere you look is just beautiful. So yeah, we'll see what little gems Wick has to offer. Couldn't access the caves because it was too slippy.
Yeah, so that was like ice. But we tried.
We did.
Good evening. Join us from Delilah, who just had a really nice meal at the #1 bistro. It was quite unassuming, but the food was really excellent. Probably some of the best we're going to have, if we're going to be honest. We've just got our bedding out of the dryer. It's been washed, it's been tumble dried. It's amazing. Its order has been restored. Nothing smells of coffee anymore, and I think we're both ready for a really good sleep. We're up and at them tomorrow at like 8 AM. Biggest length of the journey so far. So let's go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We had a much better night last night. No coffee incidences. Yes, all good. So today we are leaving Wick. We are off to eventually Ullapool. So that's about 5.5 hours of driving if we don't stop anywhere. So it's about 8 o'clock. We are up and at her. So yes, we'll be doing the entirety of the north coast today, ending up on the west coast, and yeah, we'll see what we get stopped at on the way. First stop is John O'Groats. Anything else to add, sir?
Well, we might see the Duncansby stacks.
Yeah,
If we're lucky.
we'll see. We're just going to see where the wind takes us. So yeah, no rain, all good. so north of Inverness, and we're off to Smoo Cave.
Just had a hot chocolate.
Yeah, had a few failed cafe stops on the way. Not a lot of places open, but I suppose that's what you get for being out in the wild and rugged Scottish countryside. So we're not quite sure whether you can get into the caves, but we'll see.
Good evening. We're back in the van now. It's been a lovely day. It's been a really nice drive, really scenic through the northwest coast of Scotland. We're now in Ullapool. As you saw, we visited the caves. That was nice. We had a nice, as I said, a long drive. We visited this geo park place that had all sorts of like activities and information about rocks and stuff. So you can kind of see behind me. We'll pan around. Got a little beach, a sea view with the mountains in the background. Dad and Vanda also have a very nice view from their little B&B. We had a nice, quick, easy dinner. I mean, I'd say it was quick and easy. It was quite nice. It was like this little seafood restaurant in Ullapool. And Ullapool seems very nice. But we're back in the van now. It's only like 6 p.m, so we'll get an early night, maybe play some cards. And a little short jaunt tomorrow. It's only like 90 miles, so it'll take us like a couple hours to get to Torridon. So we'll take it nice and easy and probably have a nice longer sleep tonight. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning. We are here at Ardmere Point, which is very pretty, as you can see. Dad and Vanda, just see the butt of their car there, are here having coffee, and we are off to Torridon eventually. We're stopping at Victoria Falls. There's a bridge. It's a little bit drizzly, but I reckon if it stays like this we should be okay to just have a bit of a wander around. And yeah, only about 2.5 hours driving today, so just taking it slow and easy and taking in the nice scenery.
children. That is past Gare Loch. But before then we have Hooloo.
Where is it past?
Hooloo. Hooloo.
Yeah.
Which is past.
Hooloo.
Was it Gare?
Gare Loch. Then we come to Purple Cherry and then on to Torridon.
Trying to get a photo of, well, we're trying to get the drone up, so we pulled off the road, ended up doing a bit of
We're off-roading.
off-roading, failed in the drone front.
Victoria Falls. I don't know how long the walk is. Don't know how far it is, but we're here. Let's see the waterfalls.
What's that?
Victoria said that.
Who did?
Victoria.
Here we are in Torridon. Dad and Vanda are staying at the bed and breakfast at the Torridon estate, and they've kindly let us park near their boathouse. So this is our spot for our last ever night in Delilah. There's the boathouse behind me. So yeah, got about an hour and a half, 2 hours until we're leaving for dinner, so we can soak all of this beauty in, and yeah, then we're heading off to Muck, the sort of pubby thing next to the Torridon Hotel, or attached to the Torridon Hotel. So yeah, might put the kettle on and enjoy a cup of tea in this absolutely stunning place. This is just a quick interjection that we've had the most amazing Northern Lights show. We had a stunning dinner at Bowenmuck, the sort of brasserie attached to the Torridon Hotel. And then my phone went off with an Aurora alert, so Dad popped out, couldn't see anything, and then about an hour passed, and I went and I took a picture and saw some pink lights. So we sort of had luckily finished. It was a birthday celebration. They gave Dad and I champagne, but we had to drop sticks and run outside to try and catch the Aurora, and we're glad we did.
Yeah, it's been truly epic. There's been we've seen reds, pinks, greens all over the place. It's been amazing.
I guess I'll have to just throw some of the photos in here because we just don't seem to be able to get it on video. But what a way to spend our final night in the van. Honestly, it's just so perfect. You can even wish. You wouldn't even want to wish for a night like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is a real contrast to where we started the day in the grey, miserable, rainy Ullapool.
Yeah. So we're going to stay up and see how the show progresses, and yeah, then we'll go down for our last night in Delilah. Good morning.
Good morning.
We finally got to sleep last night after the excitement of the Aurora died down. Yeah, we got about 2 hours of a light show, which was very cool. We're now waking up to our last ever morning in our campervan in Delilah, and the last day of the North Coast 500. So we're starting off in Torridon. We will end up in Inverness, stopping off at Applecross, doing the Beelach Bar.
That's
I
it.
think is how you say it.
A big windy road.
The big, windy, famous road. And yeah, maybe we'll stop at Loch Arran. And yeah, end up in, we'll part ways with Dad and Vanda at Inverness, and then we'll head back to Aberdeen. And I'll go to work tomorrow.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been an amazing trip, and we're very much looking forward to one last day. Where are we?
We are in some magnificent place in Highland in Torridon.
And this is the suite.
Yeah.
Fireplace? Did you have a fire? Does anyone fancy going over the sea to Skye?
Only if you can find a bonny boat that would do it, rowed by Flora McDonald.
Ah, that's
this next bend, it looks like fairly straight. I'll go on to normal drive.
We are at the Waterside Cafe in Lockdown. We've just been to the Lockdown Wheelers to have a look through the tartan. And we thought we'd come back here for some lunch, some light bites before we make our way back across the country. Here we are at Rogie Falls, where we can see salmon, but not now because now it's October and you see them in September. There's a bridge. This is the map. These are the falls. That's where we are. We're going to go up here. If we go this way, it's strenuous, so we're not doing that. So we're going through here, straight on. It looks like there's a cross section here, so we're just going to go straight on here, not left, not right, straight on, following the salmon trail. Boom, there, Rogie Falls, and then back that way.
That was the final stop on the North Coast 500.
Didn't see any salmon.
No salmon. We will now be parting ways at Inverness and we'll be back to Aberdeen and then back to life as we knew it. It's been a great trip. Ticked all the boxes that we wanted to, and now it's time to send Delilah to a new home. So we've said our goodbyes.
Said our goodbyes. And now we're off to Aberdeen. It's like a 3-hour journey.
I guess that's the end of the vlog.
Guess that's the end of the vlog. It's boring, isn't it?